Right, so here's a quick demo of the new Creative Stage Pro. They have had this soundbar in earlier versions released before. I believe there was a V2 and a Stage Cinema, perhaps? There's a couple of them anyway. But this is the latest one. It is coming out on August the 17th, from what I understand. So it should be available through most retail channels, as well as the Creative main product webpage. I'll put a link to that in the description below. But this is connected via Bluetooth to my projector, which is the Valerion VisionMaster Plus 2. Now, I've not seen in person any audio latency or anything like that using Bluetooth. It is using the SBC codec. The quality has been perfectly fine. It's been clear and crisp with no obvious signs of compression or artifacting or anything like that. So it's been perfect. It does come with a subwoofer. Now the soundbar has speakers along the front for front projection, and it has speakers along the side for side projection for the surround sound effects, which I'll show as well. And the main controls are on the top there. So you've got basic controls on the top, whereas you also have a remote control, which has more customization and configuration. I'll go over these buttons and things in a moment. So I do want to showcase what the soundstage width options are like on this soundbar, because it does produce some good results. So I'm going to set the mic down now, but get them both into stereo mode, and I'll talk back in a moment from the chair. So I just wanted to cover some of the features on the remote control. You get a lot more control than you do on board on the Stage Pro. So you have controls for treble and bass control. You've got your mode setting. The wide button there is quite unique. It changes the sound stage across two modes. So you've got a far mode and the near mode. The far mode projects into a wide room, basically. It determines what sounds coming out of your source material, movie, music, whatever, should be dispersed virtually in a surround sound manner, and it does use Dolby Digital Plus to do that. And it does it quite convincingly, so it's quite good for some things, but not for others. The near mode, which is the second mode, is mainly for a desktop environment. So if you're using it as a PC gaming setup or something like that, you probably want to use the near mode. But I found for most things, the off mode sounded the best, just because it utilizes subwoofer range and the full range of the full range speakers a bit better as well. What I also found was if you are connecting to a TV or a projector or something that has its own master control, then if connected by Bluetooth, not by USB or aux connection or optical, by Bluetooth, then when you adjust the volume on your device, whether it's TV or projector or so on, so if you just keep an eye on the top right corner and the display, when I adjust the volume, it adjusts the volume on the soundbar as well, which is quite cool. And I like that. It means you only need to deal with one remote control and you don't have to faff around keeping the other one around. So once you've configured your settings how you like them, put that to one side and use your master control. A little nitpick on the remote that I don't like is it's not flat at the bottom. So when you place it on a flat surface, it can spin and wish around. So yeah, breathing on it will make it slide about, which is slightly annoying. So what I tend to do is that my Valerion controller is exactly the same. So I've just attached these rubber stick-on feet from Amazon, only a few quid, does the job, and it stops it from moving around and it keeps it in place, which is really nice. So I highly recommend those feet. A few quid on Amazon. I'll put a link to it in the description as well. I'm going to press the wide button on the remote and you'll see the display change as well. So you'll get a feel for what the width, the soundstage width is like in each of the two modes and in the off mode. And you'll see that change on the display. So you'll see me bring up the remote, press the button, and you'll hear the soundstage change. And hopefully that gives you a good idea.
So this is your first hunt. You've come to the most dangerous planet in the universe. after a creature that can't be killed. The definitive apex predator. I could help you. Well, good luck with your journey. Here, you're not the predator. You're the prey. We might not be alone in this.
Right, so that was the Creative Stage Pro. Again, it's out on August the 17th to order. It might be the 19th. I can't remember the exact date, but I'm pretty sure it's the 17th. So yeah, I have been quite impressed with what's on offer. As an entertainment device, it seems really good. The sound quality is good. The treble range is detailed. There's no sort of sibilance or mushiness in the mid-range or the upper range. Vocals sound decent. The bass is also very good from the subwoofer. And I've not had any issues with distortion or anything like that. It's punchy, it's fast. And you can control the bass as well if you want to. You've got the controls on there for the bass and treble. Now, I found what works best is +1 on the bass and +6 on the treble. By default on 0, it goes up to 6 as the maximum and it goes to -6 as well. On 0, I found some vocals, the S's especially, can sound like a sh instead of a s. So 6 seems to sound the most neutral and the most natural. So I just left it on that. And it does remember between power cycles. Just remember that there are a few quirks in that when you're adjusting the tone controls, if you press down once, it will immediately change it, not show you what it's currently set at. So that is an annoyance. I wish it showed you on the first press, and then you've got to press it again to then adjust it. But because of that, a single press on each direction will adjust it straight away. So it's just worth keeping that in mind. There is also a standby option. Now, I've got the display on auto off, so you can see that it's going to go off. It's gone off now. You can turn the display back on if you want to full time, or you can leave it off. But when you put it into standby mode, so if I do that now, you can now see the display stays on. It doesn't go to off, so it doesn't remember the display setting that you set when you put it in standby. I can see why they've done that, because they want an indicator to let you know that it's in standby, but I believe this is too big. So these two dashes is too much. I want it to be a little dot, maybe a small pixel or something like that, not a big display, because in darkness it is obvious that that's on standby mode. So I prefer to that to be following this same display off mode that I've set specifically, or just have a single pixel like other displays, like tiny LED. For example, my Topping PA7, the power amp, is a tiny LED, and when it's in standby mode or in the 12-volt triggered power mode, it dims, and I'd prefer it to be something like that. I know it's an LED, it's probably using very little power anyway, but still it's the principles of having a display off option to begin with. For the price of £129 that this is going for on the Creative website, so I imagine it will be even cheaper on Amazon and third-party retailers, I don't think you can go wrong, really. The power cord of the adapter, the mains adapter, it's a DC adapter. It's long enough. I mean, I've got it sitting just temporarily on top of the radiator there. Radiator's not on, but yeah, for my projector setup in this environment, it's perfect. And the subwoofer's just sitting down there. So yeah, desktop, living room, office space, bedroom, whatever, wherever you've got your display, that will be covered nicely in that. But yeah, overall, I'd give it 8 out of 10. For the price, can't complain. The sound is pretty great. The features are decent. It's got HDMI ARC as well, and optical. So on the back, I forgot to mention those. There's an aux in, 3.5mm, HDMI ARC, optical connection, and then obviously you've got Bluetooth. The Bluetooth codec support is SBC. It may support aptX. I don't think it does though, because it wasn't showing aptX on my phone when I paired it to it, only SBC. But as I say, there's no audio delay or latency that I could spot using it via projector. For all round, what you've got on the table here, Creative Stage Pro is a very good 2.1 soundbar. See you guys in the next one.